Lesson 5. Lazy Daisy Stitch. The Lazy Daisy stitch is a popular and simple embroidery stitch used to create petal-like shapes, making it ideal for floral designs. The Lazy Daisy stitch is primarily used to create floral motifs as it effectively mimics the shape of petals and leaves. Well, this stitch is ideal for making flowers because each petal can be formed with a Lazy Daisy stitch, making it a staple in floral patterns. Similar to petals, it can be used to represent leaves, either singly or in clusters. Now you can see the difference. When you use one strand, you get a very thin and delicate element. When you take more and more strands, your element is getting thicker and thicker. So now let's practice. Well, bring your needle up through the fabric where you want the base of the petal to be. Insert the needle back into the fabric close to where it emerged, but do not pull it all the way through. Leave a small loop. Bring the needle up again at the tip of the petal, catching the loop with the needle. Pull the needle through to tighten the loop into a petal shape. Then insert the needle just outside the loop to secure it in place with a small stitch. Again, bring your needle up through the fabric. Insert the needle back into the fabric close to where it emerged. Leave a loop, bring the needle up again at the tip of the petal and pull the thread. Secure the loop with a small stitch. Continue this process to create additional petals. By the way, the Lazy Daisy stitch can be arranged in a continuous line or pattern to create decorative borders on fabric. It can fill larger shapes or areas within a design, adding texture and interest. Also used to add detailed, delicate accents in more intricate embroidery pieces. Now let's secure our embroidery and cut the thread. The second line. We are going to continue practicing a Lazy Daisy stitch. Don't forget to tighten your fabric all the time, because your fabric must be like a string, very tight. So if you don't have a stand for a hoop, it's not a problem. Now you can see how to do this stitch without a stand. Again, bring your needle up, then insert the needle back close to where it merged. Weave a loop. Pull the needle through this loop and secure it in a place with a small stitch. Well, now let's practice doing a horizontal lazy daisy stitch. And the fourth line. Here we are going to continue embroidering horizontal stitches, but we are going to do it to another direction. Another part of our practice. In this part, I propose you to embroider a flower and some elements of the flower. Well, the lazy daisy stitch seems to be complicated, but it needs some practice, and probably it can become your favorite one. The Lazy Daisy stitch is favorite for its simplicity and versatility in enhancing the visual appeal of embroidery work. And now let's try to embroider another type of flowers. What I want to say, if you are embroidering flowers using Lazy Daisy stitch, you should remember that more petals you have, less strands you should take. For example, if you have 4 petals, I recommend to use, you can actually use 6 or 5 or more strands, and when you embroider a flower with 6 or more petals, it actually will be difficult to embroider a lot of petals. If we talk about small flower, a lot of petals with thick floss. So for example, for this flower, it's better to take 1, 2, maybe 3 strands, not more, because it will be difficult to embroider actually, and this flower will look not very pretty. And one more important thing. If you want your petals to have some texture, you shouldn't pull your thread very tight, because if you don't pull your thread very tight, you will get more relief petals, and if you pull your thread tight, your petals will be flatter, and they will not have this texture, this relief. So it's better to try to experiment with pulling thread and choose which degree of pulling is the best for you and your design. One more very important thing. If you see that your thread is twisted, please untwist it, because twisted thread makes the texture, the appearance of your design different and not so appeal as it could be. And the last petal. Well done! See you at the next lesson!